Why does anxiety feel like I'm having a heart attack, or I'm going to be sick, or I'm dying? If you've ever had anxiety or you've supported someone with anxiety, then you know what I'm talking about. So today's video is about understanding what anxiety is, why does it happen, and why does it make us feel so terrible. If you're new here, I'm Nicola. I'm an occupational therapist and I make videos about mental health and living well. Anxiety is basically a pain in the... We should be grateful a little bit. It keeps us alive and out of danger, and it is kind of biologically crucial for us to have. But why does it need to make us feel so terrible? Anxiety is basically excessive worry. Worrying that something bad might happen, feeling tense and on edge, worrying about every eventuality we can think of, and then worrying some more about the things maybe that we didn't think of. A little bit of worry before something like a big event or a presentation, it's natural. It isn't something that needs treating. Anxiety becomes problematic when that feeling of excessive worry continues and starts to affect the things that you need to do on a day-to-day basis, not just the things that are anxiety-inducing. And because anxiety is such an unpleasant feeling, often we get anxiety about having anxiety, and then we have worries on our worries on our worries, and then it just becomes quite a debilitating cycle. The reason why that we feel this way is that when our body thinks it's under threat or thinks we're in danger, it starts to produce the hormones adrenaline and cortisol because it thinks it's doing us a favour. Like, here, you need this, it's going to help you. So these hormones make us feel more alert so that we can react quicker. Our heart rate increases, our breathing increases, our muscles tense up. Our body is getting us ready to fight or to run because these are the two things that we used to need to get us out of danger. So it's instinctive, it's deeply ingrained in us. But when all of these changes happen in our body so quickly, it gives us symptoms like chest pain because the blood is rushing around in our body so quickly, or headaches, lightheadedness, dizziness, fainting, nausea, vomiting. It's not that we're dying, it's that our body is actually trying to keep us alive, just in a way that feels really disgusting inside. Panic attacks are when we get sudden and very intense anxiety, and we get a lot of those fear response symptoms that we just looked at, but on a more intense scale. They truly do feel like we're having a heart attack, or that we might be dying, because that fear response has gotten out of control. Obviously, if you are concerned that it is something serious, maybe it's come on very, very suddenly, if you're having chest pain and pain in the arm, and you're very worried this has never happened before, then definitely do call emergency services, even if they're just going to put your mind at ease. Once this has happened 1 or 2 times, you might start to recognise the symptoms so that you know what's happening and how you can manage it better. The actual panic attack itself may only last for a couple of minutes or half an hour at the most, but then the lousy way it makes you feel afterwards can last for days or weeks. After the come down of a panic attack, our body then releases more hormones to calm us down, and sometimes this makes us feel cold and shaky or shivery. Something that's very important to point out is that panic attacks can happen and they can be very scary, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you've got a panic disorder or an anxiety disorder. It may just happen once, or maybe just a couple of times when you're under a period of intense stress. If they do happen all of the time and they are preventing you from doing the things that you want and need to be able to do, then please do speak to your GP, because there is more help available and you don't have to suffer on your own. So that's just a quick summary of why anxiety feels like it does. I have another video with 5 tips on how to cope with anxiety every day, which I will link here. And anyway, I hope you found this video useful. Please let me know in the comments. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked it, and I will look forward to making more videos.